Hey guys, welcome to today's video where I will be doing a showcase of Lego Jabbas Palace set 9516 from 2012, consisting of 675 pieces. This set is pretty desirable and rare and comes with one of the only couple of sets that comes with the Jabba the Hutt minifigure from Return of the Jedi. And just over the years it has become very desirable and gone up in value and rarity and price. So without further ado, here's just a front little look at the front of how it looks like. It's not a whole lot to see here. You may notice this little maroon piece sticking out. That's a little bit of a feature that I'll show after. The gate at the front here is pretty cool. These are the small little turrets for the front gate. It's got the little robotic eye here, which sticks out, that investigates people when they come to the gate. Cool little print there. A nice little build on the side to showcase a palace-like structure. So this side part actually just comes apart like that, with some Technic pins, so you build them as a separate sort of parts. So you could actually technically extend it like a mock if you want, yeah, which is pretty cool. This part here actually is for the gate. So this maroon bit here, you pull that up to open the gate, and this little bar bit there actually kind of locks it in place, which is a cheeky little, sneaky little build that holds the door in place. Looks a little bit funky with the up bit, but the fact the door still stays up is pretty neat, so that's cool there. And then you just slide it down like that. So other than that, not a whole lot to see from the front or back, I don't know what you want to call this. Yeah, and it's also got this little, technically a play feature here, which at the back you sort of just push a button and it flicks a missile out. It's just an excuse for them to put a play feature in, which actually I believe got this set cancelled or banned or something because it resembled violence or did something to do with a mosque. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, just an interesting fact. So, which is why it sort of went off shelves early, I believe, creating more demand and rarity. So here is a look at it turned around. This is the little red feature that pushes the missile out. Now you can actually just take that off. It just sits in place like so with these inverted sloped grey parts. Now you can put it that way so it doesn't look a bit obnoxious with the red part, but I will take it off to get a better look of the inside. Now as we can see, that's Jabba the Hutt sitting there in his little throne. Not much to see up here, just a little guard tower posting, which is where you can place one of the figures that the set comes with. You can place them wherever you want really, but I guess up there. But no stairs, no anything like that, but that's just how it is. Very basic in the interior here. So yeah, the main part is actually inside the Jabba's palace. As you can see, Jabba's sitting on his little throne. This literally here well, that's not supposed to be like that, but this here is a whole separate build that just comes off easily. It just sits there. Very simple, basic build. Jabba sits on these jumper plates here with his little shisha. I don't know, but you Star Wars nerds out there can tell me exactly what this is actually, but this way he's eating the frog or whatever. But yeah, so that's Jabba's little throne part. Now at the back you have a little, I guess, where he's boiling the frogs and whatnot. So that kind of just like, it actually is supposed to, it's a bit weird how it works, but yeah, so it just sort of slides like that. And then that back part I showed you earlier just pushes that in place to cover up the little, but when he goes back like that, there's a little gap there, and this part here opens up, and that there is for the Rancor pit set that actually attaches to it people to fall through, for example the Twi'lek. Yeah, so yeah, it's pretty basic, but cool nonetheless. But it actually opens up, so this part here actually extends like that. Now I guess that's just for getting more access, so it's actually kind of large like that. You wouldn't want to display it like that, it looks a bit funny. So we just turn it around, there's nothing really to it. I guess if you wanted to get multiple in the day, have it like that, and then just sort of build your own mock around it, which could make it work, but that's ultimately not what the purpose of the set is. It's supposed to be closed, with Jabba the Hutt sitting in his throne. So as a matter of fact, the build is actually pretty simple, cool nonetheless. You know, it's got some nice edges to it, nothing incredibly fancy. The main selling part of this set, however, is actually the minifigures. So I'll take a close look at them. So here we have Jabba the Hutt, which we already took a look at. So I'll just do a very quick, brief look, showcase of what he looks like. Which he's got the tattoo printings on the side of his arm, which is pretty cool. And he's just got that slug sort of print piece that goes to the side. A cool little mold, very detailed, nice printing on the head. If you didn't know, it's literally just very basic attached. Very intricate, cool mold actually. Very detailed eye paint or printing, and it's just connected by a Technic pin like that. So cool figure. Sells for $50 or so. I haven't really checked, to be honest. I reckon even more, but he's very sought after. Here we have the first and I believe only variation of Ula, the Twi'lek minifigure, which is, I think she's like the slave prior to Leia in the palace, which Jabba presses down the chute. A very cool figure. Very nice printing on the front and the leg prints. Cool little print on the top of the mold. Very nice figure. And you can see the chain printing at the back. The other various facial expression is just a very basic sort of screaming face. Very nice figure, very sought after. Here we have the Han Solo variation from episode 6, where he's just sort of getting frozen by the carbonite. It's the old version of the Han Solo with the older sort of basic hair and just a basic sort of shirt print. No leg printing, no back printing. He does come with an alternate face, which is just sort of his basic look. Very basic figure, to be honest. Nothing extremely special about him, but a cool Han Solo figure. Here we have Chewbacca in chains, which is the last time we got that sort of OG, if you will, variation of Chewbacca, which without the very detailed prints. So this is that older style. I just remember him from like the old Lego games and stuff. There's not much going on the torso and the legs. Just a cool little head mold. He comes with the handcuffs there. Yeah, so it's a cool little nostalgic figure to have. Here is actually one of my favorite little sort of creatures, Salacious Crumb. I really like the mold and the print, everything like that. It just looks awesome. With him sitting there like that, he just goes so well in sort of any sort of Tatooine scene or Star Wars mock scene, you call it, you name it. And he's just a really cool little figure to have. Very desirable, and I know it's definitely up there in value. Here we have the episode 6 version of Bib Fortuna, which is sort of the updated one from the 2001 one, I believe, which he came in. Cool printing, cool face print. There's no back print on him. He comes with the older style sort of hard fabric cape. Cool head mold, and yeah, very nice face print. Pretty scary looking expression there. Up in here we have the Gamorrean Guard. Very cool figure. This is when they sort of updated the new print and the new mold from that old style, weird looking one that was from the original games, the Lego games. But this old style, or like this newer sort of style of Gamorrean Guard looks awesome. It's so detailed. Very cool head mold, and I believe we haven't really got them in very many sets, so I think they are still very desirable. Comes in, I believe, in this set and one other, I can't remember what other set. Here we've just got the basic mold piece of Han Solo in the carbonite. Pretty cool piece, and those little bars there for the minifigure of Han Solo to sort of wrap his hands around, sort of hiding behind there. But for the most part, you're just gonna have this showing like that, which is really cool. I think it's a very neat mold. With the clips at the end, you can attach it to anything. Now, I believe there's actually enough room here. You could put a 4x6 plate and it like sticks on there, which I've done a couple times, just to sort of cover the back up. And this piece only appears in one other set, I believe, the UCS slave one. but I know it's not very common, but it's not actually very expensive to buy if you want to get your hands on it off Bricklink. Last but not least, we have the most desirable figure from this set, which is the Bosch minifigure, which is basically the Princess Leia in disguise under there. Now that head mold or that helmet mold is awesome and just so detailed. The printing obviously around the back, the front, it's very, very cool. Basic little sort of backpack build thing. Comes with a thermal grenade, thermal detonator. Yeah, very, very desirable figure. I believe sells for over $100 on the aftermarket. The basic sort of Princess Leia head behind there, smiling face, and then also sort of the concerned, angry look. So yeah, definitely the most desirable figure from this set. So there's not much else to say. Here's just a look of everything, including the minifigures. It's a very, very cool, nostalgic set that a lot of people are trying to get their hands on. Yeah, so just I hope you enjoyed that. Very, very basic, just sort of showcase of the figures, how the set looks, and yeah, the close-up of the minifigures, which I think are awesome. I think that's it, guys. I just want to say thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let me know what you want to see. I should probably start doing a bit more research into sets and figures before I sort of just get straight into it. But that's all right. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next